welcome to a banging episode of the Spotlight Show. I am your host, Becky. You know, they say behind every dope music is a dope producer. So with me today, now the guy with the creates the Kulala on the beats. He's none other than Nashito Kulala, one of the most decorated and biggest producer in Sierra Leone. Welcome to Spotlight, Nashito Kulala.
Thank you for having me, Becky.
You're welcome.
Catch me at the club, party all day, yeah, you know what's up. I don't call me niggas and for make we link up. Look, we the pop bottle, shots on shots. Catch me in a garage with me red cup.
Yeah, we back up in this place, man. Pow. Africa's best rapper in the building, man. Who want it? Number one.
So first thing first, why have you been causing Kulala on the beats?
Well, I guess that being said, it's an interpretation of how people feel what I do. Well, I think Nashito Kulala on the beats is just a person who loves music, and I try to pour my soul into the music, and I guess it turns out to be good most of the time.
Yeah. We gon' kill this, man. I met this baby now this spot, see, yeah. She's so beautiful and sexy, yeah. I swear she's the queen of this la vida.
So is Nashito your real name?
No, it's not. My real name is Joseph Saidu Koroma.
Oh wow, okay.
It's, Nashito Kulala is just a name that came in stages. It started from Nash when I was in school. I used to play basketball, and in third form, one of my colleagues called me Nash, and then it became Nashito in Form 5 before my GCO level. So when I went to uni for my first degree in private college, that was when I had the Nashito Kulala.
Oh, okay. Well then, you've won like 5 back-to-back awards as best producer in Sierra Leone. How does that position you?
That's something actually, for me, I think it just tells the whole story. Honestly, personally, I've never thought about it like something that I should really boast about, but I think it just really tells me that I'm being appreciated and people really see the value out of my work. So I think that's more like a motivator. It actually pushes me to do more, and it positions me in a good place that I feel confident.
But you don't feel pressured at all?
I do feel pressure sometimes, especially when you've won 5 back-to-back awards.
Yeah.
Everybody has an eye on you. Like, what's your next move? What's the next big thing you're going to do? But most times I try to shoulder that down, and I'm taking things gradually.
Okay. So how did this whole producing thing came about?
I've loved music since I was little. Since I was like 5, 6, I had a cousin who also plays music, but he played the bass.
Okay.
He taught me the keyboard when I was young, and then gradually I learned most of the things that I know now. I learned by myself. And when I was in primary school, my dad used to take me to the band at China House with the Afro Congo band, and then I used to play with them sometimes. And I really love music since I was little, and even in church, I started writing songs in church for the youth fellowship. And then after my O-levels, we used to play basketball every day after school at my friend's place. So one day we were there and we were just playing, and there was another colleague who just stayed inside the house. He refused to come outside. So I went in and I was like, why are you still in here? Everybody's outside and you're here. But I met him on the computer and was doing something I didn't understand then. I was like, look, this really looks like fun. So I asked him for the software so I can also practice what he was doing. So that was when I got the Fruity Loops 3 by then. That was in 2005, I think. Yeah. So I started practicing with the Fruity Loops. I developed the skill of making beats because initially I had a keyboard, a Yamaha 175, which my dad gave me as a present after my GCE O levels. And it has a programming also that you can create your own sounds and stuff. So that was what initially I used to do my stuff with. But then after I had the software, this is time for me to go from analog to somehow digital. So I started practicing on the computer till eventually I finished uni. I finished my first degree here in Fabric College in civil engineering. I went to China to do my master's degree in structural engineering. I had loved music anyways, so so I just kept doing more music, and that's how eventually I got into being a producer.
So who was the first artist you made a bit for?
The first artist I worked with was Raheem the Wizard. This was in 2012 because, as I was saying initially, when I left for China, there was a friend of mine. He's been like my friend since we were little. He's called Pamalo Tijan Kela. He was also an artist. He was a rapper, and he was part of a 3-man group called 232. They were rappers. They were doing hip hop music. So when I started sending my material, so he listened to what I was doing here in Sierra Leone, and he seemed to like what I was doing. So he advised me in continue doing music. But then at that point, he was staying together with Raheem the Wizard. So he thought he has an artist, and then now he has a producer at the same time. So that was how he was like, well, now start doing some stuff for Raheem the Wizard. So he became the first artist officially that I worked with.
Well, you've also produced for Caldinero, and you produced with Systone, and you also did an album for him. So how did that come about?
So as the story continues, in 2012, after the album of Raheem did an album in 2012. So ever since then, my manager took up the task of moving around with the beats I sent to him. So he had a CD, he burnt all of the songs in. So whenever he goes to shows, when the Sierra Leoneans and other nationals had shows in the US, he would travel with my CDs and just showcase my work, showcase the beats that I've made. So one day he called me, I was in campus. He's like, we've got something big. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, Cardinero likes one of your beats. It's like, how is that possible? And then he just told me the story. I think it was either a Busy or Black Dawn show. One of them had a show in the US. So it was after he was just playing the beats randomly, and he chose that particular beat. He's like, well, now Kyle is interested in this one, and he wants to do a song on this beat, so I had to send him the stems to the beats, and he recorded the song. It became a success. It was a good song for him. It was a banger. Of course, most people liked it.
Caldinero once again, man.
After he wanted me to do more for him, so the following year I was going to do the Back to My Roots album. So he asked me to be part of the album, and that was how that went on.
Have you produced any other album apart from that one?
Yes, I've produced Cece's album Love Is Crazy. I produced Sugar Lulu's album Elevate, and quite recently I did an EP for my younger brother, that's his dad's, called Gimme.
Wow.
So those are more or less the major projects that I've done.
You are a structural engineer with a master's degree, as you mentioned earlier. How do you balance working as an engineer and a producer?
That's a difficult question. It's quite an interesting one as well. But initially, I think during my school stages, I encountered the challenge, because becoming a producer, I wasn't really ready yet when I actually took up being a producer, because I was in school. I went to do school, but then after the Cardinero wave came in, everybody, my work was exposed to so many different people, and calls were coming in from everywhere, there and there and there, and I was like, now I need time to study, now I have time to make music. So which is which, and which comes first? But of course, I went to China for school, so I had to somehow try to balance that off. But it's really difficult because music actually takes so much of my time, that it's hard to balance with other things. But then, in any way, you have to make time for everything. But for me personally, I can say music has taken most of my life, and I think I give more time to music than any other thing, because I take it up I've taken it up as my career now. And maybe some people wonder, well, what happens to your master's degree? What happens to your civil engineering degree? Well, I'm still an engineer, professional engineer, but I think I'm a music producer, which I think I wish to pursue and actually make it my primary career rather than the other way around.
Well, that is great. So guys, you just got to understand how to balance your work and different fields. We'll go now for a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have bits and pieces with Amanda in the entertainment industry. Don't go away, you're watching The Spotlight.
Fine girl, come here we go. The way you dance, now you want get the show. Find that you waist, don't go low. Any man we want test, I go turn bolo. President flow, first lady see ya. Talk smart and sexy, Ellen Kista. Like LXG for you love, I go be ya. Ball hard for you, baby girl, John Kista. Kista, I don't have my make we go. Me to spend, I know. As the music just the flow. Now for
Welcome back, guys. Let's now join Amanda as she picks interesting bits and pieces for you. Don't go away, you're watching The Spotlight.
Hi, you and you. I missed you all. I'm back again to bring you the bits and pieces. And as usual, Nami Nomo, Amanda Clemens. I'm going to do a song, and if you all just jumping into the song, then I know you know this movie that I'm talking about. Tibenia. Okay, did you jump in? Well, I'm talking about The Lion King.
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast.
I know you know that there's going to be a remake, or there is already a remake of The Lion King, and Beyoncé has a full album called The Gift in The Lion King. And inside The Lion King album called The Gift, she featured a lot of African singers. Most of them are Nigerians, Wizkid, Yemi Alade, and some others. We're hoping that Sierra Leone would have a chance. And I see that in the near future, not the far future, the near future, that Sierra Leone will have the chance to have collabos with other musicians that are in bigger worlds and bigger platforms like Beyonce. So we're still touring the line of movies, and now we're back in Sierra Leone. So it's difficult, some say, to find love where money and law is, but there's this hilarious movie that is going to be premiered in October, and here you would see various new actors and actresses in the Sierra Leone industry together making a film called Together by Law.
And I want you to stay out of this. Otherwise, you're not going to do for real. So I beg, I want you get out yourself. I want you get out.
Change to blue, and you grow to see a cloud.
I know that you would see people that you haven't seen in the industry before, but let's keep an open mind. They might be the best we've been waiting for to improve Sierra Leoneans' film industry.
It's Cammy, baby.
If you've been following social media, you'd know that Bless from KME has officially left the KME group. This is what he said in his speech when he officially left the KME group. I want to say big thanks to all my fans who held me down while in KME, and also apologizing for any inconvenience my exits may have caused. And to my family, Crack Twist, I-Type, Future K, Samza, Rosie, CEO, Manager Dauda, much love for riding with me through these past years. The bond will forever continue, and I am happy to say our good and hard memories we made was worthwhile. Not forgetting all our promoters, presenters, vloggers, etc. for working with me while in KME. I want to allay your fears that our good and brotherly relationship still remains the same. Finally, this is why I want you to listen keenly. He says why he left KME. Finally, I want to categorically state that I have no bad blood or beef with anyone of the crew. I will be focusing on my music and do what I do best. I remain forever humbled, the blessed way. So we're heading down to the pick of this week. Our pick of this week is a music video done by Mahmoud featuring Drizzly on his song Bio Bio.
I got it mente you, baby. I got it you, every day. I got it mente you. Let's be all you, yeah. That's what the thing. That's what the thing. Are you ready now? Okay, let's go.
I know so you can the watch me, other baby they watch me. If I'm like I don't know ya, I love blind. Now you know more, I don't patience the wait not for pass me. And I know one go.
I hope you enjoyed that video done by Mark Mode and Drizzy Lake. I've been your girl Amanda Clements. I'll continue to give you the bits and pieces in the entertainment world. Stay glued to the Spotlight Show and don't touch that dial. Love you all.
Think about it, a food for thought. The first day where I see you face to face, a fool for talk. You make me much fool for talk. Me she cook line on flop, but you cake.
Many thanks to Amanda for always speaking our bits and pieces in the entertainment industry. If you want more of this, keep up with the Spotlight on AYV TV every Saturday, 7 p.m. So me here is one of the biggest producers in Sierra Leone, Nashito Kulala.
Now you they make my head go and I just they love your body so
So you co-own a record label called Hajana Entertainment. Tell us more about the label.
Okay. So in 2013, as the music continued and as we established the brand Nashito Kulala here in Sierra Leone in beat making, we also realized like so many artists were coming in for different projects of different natures, and then we thought of having a label of our own and have artists of our own, because we're also trying to keep the brand exclusive and not everywhere. So at least Nashito Kulala has his specific people he's working with, and also the company has artists that they can promote and also market and give them a better career. So then myself and my manager, former Joseph Saidu Koroma, we came together in 2014 and decided to form a record label called Hajana Entertainment. And also just started with Rahim the Wizard, who has been with us before the label, so he became the very first artist.
So who are the artists you guys are working with?
So since 2014 when we established the label, we worked with Rahim the Wizard and Sugar Lulu, who signed in 2015. And after we had 441 last year together with Eden Adama.
Well, speaking of artists, come join Weibo. You know, we all hear that music, Young Sally, we all yes. So how did you guys make that music?
Youngin. Alright. We gonna kill this, man. Let's go. Okay, turn me up. Woo! Young Sal.
Turn me up.
Okay, I was in China as well. Young Sal, the bad man, gave me a call. He was doing an EP then. I think it was Central Boy's Dream. So he called me. He was like, he's done doing the EP and he wanted to have a listen of some of the tracks he had on the EP.
Okay.
So he actually sent me everything. I listened through the whole EP and I was like, yo, you're doing this first project and I don't have a song in the project. And it was like, well, you know, not a big one there. It was like maybe I was gonna be too expensive for him. He wasn't sure because I've been working with artists like LAJ, working with artists like Cardinero, Dallas Bantan, and Shadow Boxer, all these big names like that are in the industry. Because he felt intimidated then that as an upcoming artist to meet that producer and ask him for a beat he couldn't afford. I was like, don't worry, I'll send you something. So I had like a few samples. I have a folder in my computer where I keep some samples, those that I haven't finished. So I went into that folder and just found this one, and I decided to just stretch it out. I didn't actually take too much time splitting and doing any other post-production. I just stretched it out to a full song and just sent it to him. Then he sent it back to me with the song on it, and I was like, yeah, we got it.
Can join me. We the bubble, we the enjoy, we the party, so time on it. If you just sleep, now you on sorry. Now for check you Facebook or your WhatsApp group, make you enjoy me. Or you can join me.
So how is your relationship like with other artists?
Well, with other artists, it depends. I have a few that I work with exclusively, but for the general public, for other artists who just call for making beats, we just go straight to business. Most times you have to go to my manager or to my management. I have no personal contact with these people, except for artists who we have kind of working business relationship. Artists like Empress P, artists like Moody, these are people like we work together like regardless of any other. So like these are the people that I'm actually really close to. But other artists we just doing business and but we also keep a friendly relationship where necessary.
Okay. So for work purposes, how can you be reached? Because you know, see, you have to get there.
Anyways, the numbers are on Facebook. But you can reach QA Jenna on Facebook. You can reach him on Instagram. You can also reach me sometimes when it is difficult reaching these people. But at the end of the day, I'll also refer you back to these people. But these are the easiest ways to contact me because my contact is often not available for business purposes. Yeah, so these are my business contacts. So you can look up for QA Jenna. I'll also have I think on my Facebook page, his number is there.
Okay.
His number is there. You can find his number on my Nashito Kulala fan page on Facebook.
Okay.
The contacts are there.
So are you open for any collaboration with other producers?
Yes, sure. I'm sure over the years I have collaborated with a couple of producers behind the scenes. Because I don't take credits for stuff that other people have already initiated, you know. So sometimes I just join in some projects and give my own ideas or give my own input, but let others do. Well, I think that's a practice that I really like. I like working with other producers. There are projects I've actually worked on before with DJ Rail, who is now Master Rail. In 2014, we did a song with a Nigerian artist called Teddy B, not A, Teddy B, called Declawa. And also there's other songs I also collaborated with him on for Rhyme the Wizard, and also here in Sierra Leone, I've been to so many studios. I've also worked with Young Lee. I've worked with Alman. I've worked with who else? Quite a couple, actually. Quite a couple. I do collaborate.
Well, it's a good thing you're open-minded and you're ready to work with other producers. So we'll now go for a quick break, and when we come back, Nashito and I are going to play 10 on the spot. Don't go away. We're watching the spotlight.
Gentlemen, hello world, it's your boy Nashito Kulala, your favorite producer. I'm in the studio. I'm working on this track and it's gonna be a dope one. Most definitely. I started the song like a month ago. You know, it started in a very weird way, but it's getting along slowly. You know, as you can all hear from the whatever I'm doing right now, I'm still trying to put together some pieces of the music to give it, you know, the Nashito Kulala feel. It's totally different. This is not a regular Nashito Kulala beat that I normally do, but I think this is something different.
Welcome back, guys. So Kulala Beats is still here with me, one of the biggest producers and engineer in Sierra Leone. So Nashito, we're going to play a game called 10 on the spot. I want simple and straightforward answers. No cheating, no lying. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay. Question 1. Who is your favorite producer in Sierra Leone?
Mposh.
Mposh. 2. Apart from your current relationship, who wouldn't you mind dating? Who? Maybe a celebrity.
I can't give a name.
You should, though. You should give maybe your crush. Yeah, probably. Anything.
I often don't think about that. I think I love my woman as she is.
Oh, wow. Okay, we'll take that. Question 3. Basketball, civil engineering, or producing? Choose one, and why?
Producing. Makes me happy. I feel fulfilled.
Question 4. Tell us your impression about this show in Chinese.
Wow. Fei Changhao.
What's that?
It's very super.
Oh, okay.
Super. Fantastic. Very good.
Question 5. Who did the Nashito Kulala signature for you?
Who did the Nashito Kulala signature for me?
Yeah.
That's my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay. That's cute. 6. Which artist you wouldn't mind producing an album for?
LJ.
LJ. Why him?
Why him? Because LJ, there's something unique about him that I think many people haven't discovered. Recently, I've met with him on a couple of projects, and working with him, I got to understand the way he sings, he actually sings in a weird way that I can interpret. I think most people have never been able to interpret before.
Okay.
And I think he's a very unique artist, and I really don't mind doing an album for him.
Great.
Working on a project with him.
Okay. 7. Who is your biggest influence?
In music?
Yeah.
My biggest influence? It's Timbaland.
Timbaland?
Yes. He's really far away, but he's the weirdest producer I've ever had. And I think he influences me in a positive way, because he makes me look at music in a different perspective, just as he does. And I think being a super producer is not being a regular producer.
Okay.
So that's why I think he influences my work a lot.
Okay. Question 8. Top 3 from those you've worked with.
Top 3. I'll start with Young Sal, the bad man.
You still like Young Sal?
Number 2, Mahmoudi.
Okay.
Number 3, oh my God, Kulala can't flop his last right now. I'll go with Empress P.
Okay, cool. Question 9. What makes you happy and at the same time makes you sad?
Wow. My relationship.
It makes you happy.
It makes me sad.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, lastly, what's the favorite song that you've produced?
Wow, I don't really have a favorite. I have many favorites.
Well, then give
but
us
my
some.
favorite is Bad.
Bad by Young Sal.
By Young Sal.
Hey.
Baby, sweet bang. Baby, you kind know it. I swear to God, you too know it. Yeah, I see us, I know they play. Girl, you find one kind of way. Girl, you.
Okay, that's it for our time on the spot. We'll go for a quick break and I will be right back. Don't go away, you're watching The Spotlight. Welcome back, guys. Still with me is Nashito Kulala. So, Nashito, as a top producer in Sierra Leone, you've seen music from a different perspective. What do you think should be done to improve our production?
To improve our production in Sierra Leone,
in Sierra Leone.
I think the producers need to pay a little bit more attention to the artists.
Okay.
I listened to a couple of songs recently when the beat is different from what the artist is singing. So there's normally not a sync between what the music is and what the artist is singing. So what I do know, Sierra Leone has very, very talented producers, a lot of them. But I think they just need to focus a little bit more and try to improve on themselves every other day, and also try to develop a producer-artist relationship when they can be able to communicate and share ideas, because I guess the music process is not one-sided.
Like yours and Young Sal, right?
Yeah, it gives me something, I give him something. He tells me something, I tell him something.
Yeah.
So I think in that way we're able to gel something from the artist and from the producer.
So how well do you think producers should be on top of their game?
How well do I think?
Yeah.
They should do a bit more and a lot more of making their work more evident, because I do know some producers also that have very good music skills, but like example, I just mentioned M-Posh. I'm sure most people are going to wonder, who is this M-Posh Nashito Kulala just mentioned? But I think they need to do a bit more in terms of also promoting their work and expand their clientele and be a little bit more professional with what they do and stuff. But I think with that and the skill set they already have, they can be exactly where they're supposed to be.
So in the creating process, what is the first key step to making a good beat?
Music is strange. I don't have a particular approach I take to making music.
Okay.
Sometimes I start with the kick, sometimes I start with the melodies. It depends on what I hear first. It depends on the mood I am, what kind of music I'm going to produce. It depends on what I hear first, and most times I just develop the rest of the song from the first sound.
Okay.
So it depends on what comes first. I don't have like a fixed template that when I go to making a beat, I have to start with this or start with that. It depends on how I approach the music and in what mood I am and what I feel, in what environment I find myself. That also influences the kind of music I make.
Okay. Well then, before you go, I heard you brought a lovely gift for your fans. But before that, tell us, how does it feel to be on the spotlight with me?
Wow, it's been a tremendous experience. It's been an honor to be here. It's been a pleasure. You're looking so nice. You're looking so gorgeous today.
Thank you.
And I think that even inspired me to say something. So I guess the spotlight is the place to be.
Oh,
the
thank
spotlight
you.
show.
Thank you so much. And the gift?
I have with me here 2 Hejena wristbands.
Wow.
They're different. This one changes from this color to blue.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And this stays like this forever.
Okay.
Yeah. So
These are nice. Thank you so much. Well, if you want to win these lovely gifts, you can follow us on social media, that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at iPro Multimedia, using the hashtag The Spotlight Show. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, iPro Multimedia TV, to find out more how to win these lovely gifts. Thank you so much, Nashito Kulala, for joining us today. It has been wonderful. Keep creating more Kulala bits.
thank you.
Well, that's it, guys. It has been wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, I've been your host, Becky. Bye-bye.